Welcome back, boys and girls, to Dumpster Fires of the Atomic Shop, the show that shows up whenever it decides to show up. This is the 7/21/2026 version of it. I apologize, my computer was down for a week because I had motherboard issues, and then whenever I finally got the computer fixed, my secondary monitor died, and I had to wait to do that. And I don't know if you've tried recording and working on anything online while you're, well, doing your thing, but like it's hard to monitor the software and make sure the images show up. I just had an issue with that previously whenever I recorded this whole bit with absolutely a black screen. You got the audio, but you didn't get the actual flow, so to speak. So the new summer event is in the shop, and it is a season extension, which means it has its own set of tickets which you can collect. Now, the whole thing with this is this shimmy dance thing right here. This is the most important part of it. All of the challenges related to these events, to this event, is tied to that dance and doing it in different locations, if I recall correctly. Um, from the preview that I got from Nuka Nights. Um, and that man does so much work for the community at large. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He has his own YouTube channel. He posts his own videos. He is more than happy to share information about the community and what's going on with it. Um, and I mean, everything that he can find in game, he will show you. Now, the Atomic Shop itself, my version of it is not exactly like your version of it. You see, I own a lot of crap that most people do not own, and I will explain that as being, well, mildly stupid or retarded. So, now then, and also being a builder. So, yeah, if you want the Fallout 76 thing down here is still available, I believe, for a while until the new season comes out. Then they'll change that. This is the Deathclaw pet bundle. You might want that given the fact that the pets are going to be coming out and they'll be following you around in game, which, that's exactly what we all wanted. Not really. I wanted a robot, but I guess there is a robot dog pet that I could have him follow me around. That would be kind of cool. But anyway, the Turf Wars thing is a HH Tool themed power armor, which is actually a ripoff of the Settlers power armor um, from the when the Settlers came in and the Raiders came back. There's an auto axe skin. There's these lovely little things here, which I'm pretty sure are just greenery boxes. I'm pretty sure I can't plant anything in them unless I go about fiddling, which I might do. And it's bobber, which is the most worthless thing that I think I've ever seen in my life because most of the waters in game are kind of a greenish blue tint anyway. So noticing this is going to be like, well, noticing the sky is falling if you're a freaking chicken. Um, some other stuff that's in here. I mean, you got the hedges, the vine garden, the trucker cap, which is always popular because everybody wants to pretend to be a hillbilly. Um, you got the Sheer Terror bundle, which is just an old bundle that's been sent back in again. The Deep Cave bundle, same thing. It's an old bundle. It's been sent back in again. The Red Menace bundle, same thing. These are all at 50% off, and some of them, because I already own a large chunk of them, as in the Sheer Terror thing, I can get it for 286. The only thing is the stuff that's in here that they want to give me is this hat and this vest. And I'll be honest with you, if I wanted those, I would have already bought them because they're in another bundle along with something else. It's just stupid. The Stonehouse floor set is in here. The Mega Raider bundle is in here. It's like 37.50 in atoms, which translates roughly to about $38 if I remember right, or $40 in atoms. So you need a $50 bundle to buy this probably. All of the stuff that's in here is in other bundles, except for a few little odds and ends, which are the things that I don't currently own and or didn't want enough to go find in another bundle. So if I were you and I wanted this bundle, I would probably do like I did and buy other shit along the way because it's cheaper in the long run. Or you can just buy it all at once if you really, 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 really want to give them your money. But I'm kind of tired of giving Bethesda my money. Um, the Future is Green bundle, which is, the this. Again, I own almost everything in it because almost everything in it was in another bundle or in a previous scoreboard. It's the boxcar bundle is one of my favorites. I like it a lot. I hate the fact that the boxcars kind of suck. And what I mean by they kind of suck is that the boxcars themselves truly they should have made all of them modular to where you could break them down and change the size and scale of these damn things. They're nice, but they're just, I don't know, they don't fit every situation, and I don't necessarily want one that's, supposed to be 40 feet long all the time. I want a 20-foot long one. So the Prime Mover is still the freebie for Fallout First. The improved bait is the other thing that's today. The Blue Ridge bundle is one that is around, well, it is an outfit, a power armor, and a lever action. The lever action is available in another Blue Ridge themed bundle, and the other two I don't really give a shit about. Um, so as always, Fallout First members have these ketchup packs that are all over the place. It's worse than going to McDonald's and asking for ketchup and getting it in your bag. Prime Mover is well, it's a generator. You can find almost everything else you want under the camp section. Um, I would like to say this: Bethesda has lost control of Fallout to Obsidian, at least in one respect. They Obsidian has finally been given the go-ahead from Xbox to, well, do what Obsidian does best and make games. The thing that a lot of you might not know, or you may be new to the Fallout franchise and have just came in, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief history lesson. Obsidian used to own Fallout. Bethesda bought it from them because they wanted the rights to it, because they wanted to make their own games in it. The Which is cool. Whenever they took this from Obsidian, they made Obsidian make one game in their style as a contractor. Fallout 3 came out and Obsidian's New Vegas came out. New Vegas took about a year and a half to make. Fallout 3 took right around 4 to 5 because at the time that's what Bethesda was able to do because their people actually understood the software they were working with. Um, they don't have that anymore. That's the reason why it's taken them 14 plus years to make a game sequel to Skyrim. They just don't have the people that are actually capable. The people that are actually capable are the modders, and the modders are there as soon as they get hired in, their whole understanding of what game development is changes drastically. Because you're no longer working for yourself. As a modder, you can do whatever you want. You can literally make whatever you want and have it ready to go in 60 to 70 hours, or you can have it ready to go in 2 to 3 months, depending on, what's necessary for you to learn and do yourself. Now, Bethesda has this whole thing where they're making games on committee, and that's one of the reasons why Xbox went in and decided to gut their leadership to the point where they went from 14 people in a line down to 5. I'd say that cuts leadership quite a bit, don't you? Now, benefit to this is you, in theory, you might actually get a game turned out next year. In reality, Bethesda has their head so far up their own ass that that's kind of unlikely. And I realize this is the end of a dumpster fires of the atomic shop, and I shouldn't be saying this stuff. But in point of fact, anybody that's a gamer that has played this game knows that eventually it's going to go the way of the wind. So all the money that I've spent in it, all the money that you've spent in it, for all the items that we own are going to be nothing. The truth is that whenever that happens, if they give us, like for instance, Funcom has Conan Exiles, and you can play Conan Exiles by yourself. You can play it with a friend. You can even buy a server if you want to. Whenever Bethesda finally releases this game, I hope they give us the server option, like at G Portal, we could open up our own servers and we could possibly bring back things like Nuclear Winter if we wanted to. But and the modders could go in and fix the issues that have been undercutting this game for years. One of the biggest things that I find amusing about this game in general is the fact that the animations are so bad. They are so bad. But if you look at what's been done with Skyrim or Fallout 4, um, through any of those animation teams that have come from the Nexus or Lover's Lab, with the proper software injected into this, you could build some really and make some really cool shit. So I'm hoping they go that route and they release it to us, and we can still do a server if we want to with our friends, or set it up to where we can just do a server for our own clan of people on this game and just have a good old time. Because modders don't want to touch it because they don't want to get, how should I put it, banned from creation programs and that kind of stuff, because that's the only way they're going to make money on their gear anymore, is that way. Because if they try and, hide behind Patreon, they get reported a lot of times by people that are jealous and upset, like, the people that are on PlayStation and the people that are like, in the current crew of morons that are following Silver Bunny and TNG. Because, hey, nothing says love like reporting your fellow man for doing something that you just couldn't do on your own. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to whatever Obsidian comes out with. I'm just hoping that the writing is better than Avowed and a few of the other things that they put out recently, because that's where this game really has the potential to shine, is the writing, the imagination, the futurism, all that stuff. It's where it has the potential to really shine. But yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare for Bethesda for a few years until they get their act together and actually start acting like a real studio again versus living on the laurels of Skyrim. Because, like, I hate to say it, Starfield is a dumpster fire. It is basically an absolute shitstorm, and they might as well go. If I do reviews for that game, that's what I'll probably call the show. Um, but yeah, it's something else. That's all I can say. You guys have fun with this as long as it's up and running. I will do the same. I will be here to give you the news whenever I can. I can't guarantee I'll be here every week because, let's be honest, I couldn't for the last 2 weeks. So stay out of trouble, have fun, and enjoy yourselves.